Okay, how's everybody doing today? Obviously, if you're holding Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies, not the greatest day in the world, May 11th, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Southern California. But I just want to come on real quick. I know last time I said I'd be on my motorcycle next time you see me, but I thought I'd better come on today and just talk a little bit about the markets because they are falling quickly. They've been falling quickly since yesterday, and it's a dramatic drop. And usually, when you see dramatic drops like this, it's not anything to do with the market. I know they're playing this inflation card, and the comment section is open if you want to make a comment. They're playing this inflation thing where, oh, we got to do something about inflation, pump some gasoline into the reserves, whatever they're going to do. But that's not what's causing the market to fall this fast, this quickly. It's more because people are overextended. People are getting margin calls. If you own Bitcoin and you borrowed against your Bitcoin account, and it's easy to do, especially like with Coinbase, they offer you 8% interest. So if you're watching Bitcoin and you've made hundreds, if not thousands of percent increases over the last few years, and you're able to borrow money at 8%, you look like that looks like a no-brainer. But then the downside to that is every now and then they come in and they do what they're doing right now, which is they drop the price and it cleans up all those people. So everybody that's got that 8% money now, they're struggling to hang on to their accounts because the collateral is starting to go beneath the amounts that you have to have in reserve in order for you to have those loans. So that's what you're looking at right now. You're looking at this is falling fast enough, quick enough that it's catching a lot of people without reserves to cover their collateral, to cover the loans. So they're having to sell Bitcoin to cover the to either add some collateral or to bring the ratio back below. I think in Coinbase it's 40%. So in Coinbase, if you have $1,000 that you've borrowed, the amount of collateral that you have to have against it, it's they take a percentage of your account, use it as collateral. If it drops below 40%, you've got to add collateral or you've got to buy some more Bitcoin and increase your account balances. And that's what's going on right now. And a lot of people are caught short with this Bitcoin thing. And I think that even Michael Saylor was saying that he was worried about margin calls. So that's what's going on right now. So don't fear what's going on because you think markets change. It's just simply these margin calls are catching people. I've been caught in this before. I usually try never to get overextended because they can drop it fast. And when they drop it fast, they'll liquidate your account or they'll liquidate some of your account. And you don't want to liquidate Bitcoin at 28,000. So, and that's what's going on. You liquidate Bitcoin at 28,000 because you have to cover your margin, cover your balances on your margins. Then that's not a good day. So that's all that's going on. It's just that. And the other thing too, it's a healthy thing. I mean, you can't have markets just go up all the time. They've got to go down. In fact, Bernie Madoff, the only reason Bernie Madoff was ever caught was the guy was watching his returns and realized that Bernie Madoff never had a negative year. He was always averaging around 10% return every year on the investments for his clients. So his clients were always making about 10% a year, and this guy noticed that. Wow, Bernie never has a bad year. It's 10% every year. He's really consistent, very, very, very consistent. And that's what got Bernie Madoff in trouble, was the fact that he never had a down year, that he was continually having these 10% years, year after year after year after year. In fact, a guy even called Security and Exchange Commission and said, hey, look, I think this guy's, something's going on. He never has a bad year. So Bitcoin having a little bit of a downtime right now, 28,000, not good. I don't like it any more than anybody else does. But this is healthy. This is part of the market. It's not long term. It's a short event. It may go down lower. I mean, I'm looking probably 25, 26 by the time this thing settles out. But the fact that it's dropped so quickly, so fast, means I think this could be the worst of it. I'm looking hopefully for a turnaround pretty quickly because it's dropped pretty fast. And the reason it's dropped so fast is because people are getting their accounts liquidated or they're having to sell Bitcoin. There's a lot of Bitcoin being sold right now that people don't want to sell. They have to sell it. It's not an option. They have to sell it to cover the money that they borrowed. And that's why it's dropped fast. And that's why it's going down to where it's going down. So that's what you have to watch out for. We are in a very fast, quick moving market. It's dropping fast. And that's because people are being put into a forced situation, and that's why it's been happening. And these clowns at the Federal Reserve and these clowns at the U.S. government that are trying to say that they're going to do something about the economy to control inflation, as I've said before, that's a joke. I like to make the comparison of peeing in the ocean. If you pee in the ocean, you're never going to make a difference. If you try and balance the budget, you're never going to make a difference. If you try to slow down inflation, you're not going to make a difference. These are all feel-good measures that are just making us say, oh, they're doing something about housing prices. They're doing something about fuel costs. They're doing something about the price of medicine and the price of food. We're doing something. And that's all this is. And who knows? Maybe the Fed's selling Bitcoin right now to drive the price down. Who knows? The Fed's, it's called the plunge protection team, which is what I was thinking about last time I did a video. So they have really the opportunity to be retail market people. So the Federal Reserve has the opportunity to be retail market, which means like you and me, they can go in and they can buy and sell treasuries. They can buy and sell stocks. They probably can buy and sell Bitcoin. Who knows? I don't know what they're doing, but they can certainly manipulate the market. I mean, that's one of the bad things about Bitcoin becoming mainstream. Once it becomes mainstream like this, you have all these manipulators in there playing the game. But there's one thing that they cannot manipulate, and there's one thing they cannot control, and that's the only reason why Bitcoin will be resilient and it will come back, and this is a short-term event, is because there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever in existence, ever. 21 million. It's not like the U.S. government printing money, which is infinite, or any other fiat currency, which is infinite. All they got to do is crank up the printing press. They can print as many as they want. But with Bitcoin, it's hard code written 21 million Bitcoin will ever be produced. So this is the reason why Bitcoin is going to survive, and the reason why Bitcoin will come out of this very well. And if you're buying Bitcoin at 28,000, I think you're going to do all right. Just be prepared to hang on, and that's all it is. It's just like everything else. It's good times, bad times, and it goes up, it goes down. And right now we're in a go down time. So hang on, things will turn around. Not the end of the world. I think we will be much better. I don't even look at EOS because I know it's buried. I don't even know where it's buried at. Probably someplace. I hope it doesn't go below $1, but you never know. Let's take a look at EOS real quick, just because I was just kind of curious where it would be at. EOS. Because nothing is doing well right now. Yeah, $1.40. Actually, it's not that bad. How low did it go? Oh, yeah, it stayed above $1 pretty well. So, yeah, that's good news. Not the end of the world. Things will get better. Just a short-term, temporary thing. Like I said, it's part of the market. I'm looking forward to turn around pretty quickly. Like I say, it's been a pretty dramatic, rapid fall. Caught me by surprise the other day when I looked at my accounts and I'm going, oh my God, I'm getting hammered right now. But I've done that, it's happened before and it'll happen again. 28,000, hopefully. Let me see what it's at right now. Just check it on my cell phone so I have to change screens. Bitcoin is 28,800. So it's up a little bit because it was down around 28,000 very not too long ago. Below 28,003, I think was the last time now it's 28,800. So it may go back up. So let's see what the comments have to say. Let me change my screen here. Okay, comment number 1. Let's bring you up. Thanks for the quick update. Cheers. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you. How low do you think EOS will go if BTC goes down to the 10 to 20K range? I don't want to even think about that. I don't know. I mean, there's always this connection between all cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And until something happens, significant happens in some of these other big cryptocurrencies, you're not going to see, Bitcoin goes down, everything's going to go down. Also, thanks for the videos. Been with you for a long time. I appreciate that. I have a lot of people that have been with me for a long time, and I really appreciate it. I don't have a big audience, but I got a really strong, loyal audience, and I appreciate that. Hopefully, because, I'm telling you things that, I'm not trying to hype anybody. I don't have anything to sell you. I don't have, I don't have some sort of program to sell you. I'm not selling you some sort of come and buy my lessons. I'm not pitching anybody's margins accounts. It's leverage accounts. I'm not pitching any of that stuff. In fact, I always warn people against this. Man, it's a killer. I've had this happen to me before when I was younger. When you start playing futures and margining, and I did it when I was a farmer. Crop prices would be going up, and you'd go out there and maybe you'd sell your crop ahead of the time or something like that, and you'd be caught short. You'd margin some beans because they were corn or whatever it was, because the price was looking pretty good or something like that. It'd sell in advance, and then if the price went down, you were screwed. So somebody else put a comment up here. When the EVM, today was the call, and unfortunately, because the market was down, I was involved with other matters. I wasn't heavily involved with the call. I listened for a little bit, but I didn't get really a lot out of the Discord call with the thing. EVM should be coming up very soon. I think they're putting a lot of effort into it. The EVM is a very important part of EOS's future right now. If that is our real, what would you say, opportunity to get out of this dumpster fire we're in with EOS, the EVM is basically rebuilding the Ethereum blockchain on the EOS blockchain. That'll bring a lot of capital from outside EOS into EOS. The problem with EOS right now is we're kind of isolated. We're not interacting with other blockchains, and we're not getting any benefit from anybody else's investments or capital investments or anybody else's resources. We're kind of isolated on our own, and that's hurting EOS. And of course, the EVM should change that. That's going to give developers that are proficient in Solidity to come over and build on EOS. It's going to give developers that need to have a quicker blockchain that has more scalability to come over to EOS. So EOS is going to be open the door for a lot more investment, a lot more external capital come into EOS, and that's going to be a huge thing. The problem with that is it's a great opportunity, and it's a mind-boggling how much good there is going on. But when you see days like today, people just run for the door because they're losing money like crazy. I saw somebody on Twitter just a minute ago said that they lost their life savings in the last couple of days. When you have those kinds of things going on, everybody doesn't care about the EVM. All they care about is the fact that their margins, their accounts are being sold because of their margin calls. So it's kind of hard to get any kind of momentum when you got this kind of stuff going on. Hopefully, though, you have there's no place else to go. So if you run from crypto, the stock market isn't that great. In fact, I bought some Tesla yesterday because the Tesla was down to below it was below $800. I think it was 787 or some 784. So I bought Tesla yesterday, and I was all excited because it went back up because Elon had made the announcement that he was going to stay with Tesla regardless of what happened with the Twitter. So he was going to stay with Tesla. So I bought Tesla, and ahead of that announcement, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. I don't know what's going on with my beard today, man. This thing is just not even. It's like it's choppy. It's going up here, down here. So it's like I look like I'm some sort of hobo. Let me see if I can get this thing combed out. Make it look like some sort of presentable. I come on all disheveled with the market down. I probably look like, oh, here we go. Get this thing straightened out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Should have combed my beard before I come online. Again, enough people make negative comments about the beard. Okay, the EVM. When EVM? Okay, we already did that one. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, man, those things are getting, the stable coins are getting killed right now too. Yeah, USDT looks like it might be unpaid, guys. Anyone in Tether? Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. Yeah, Tether, the stable coins, they're getting depaid. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Nobody's happy. It's not a good day. But you know, good days, bad days. You just have to fight through them because it gets better. I've seen both good days and bad days. That's the one good thing about being around for a while. You kind of get a perspective on the whole bit of it. And the whole bit of it is you got good days and bad days. Today's a bad day. And I wish this Federal Reserve System would go away. They're just annoying everybody with this idea that they got to come in and tighten. Basically the word tighten means we're gonna take your money away, tighten your money, tighten the money, raise the interest rates, which 50 basis points isn't that much, but it's just a psychology thing. You know, money really is psychology. You know, everybody wants to talk about money as being, and I found that out real early when I was a stockbroker, with money was psychology. Nobody wants to look at really the statistics. They don't want to look at the, you know, that's like, I don't even like to look at them. I don't like to look at charts, you know, because there's a lot of people come on and they do the charting thing where, you know, you goes up, it goes down, and you got the peaks, you got the valleys, you got, you know, they got every kind of name for what's going on with the charts. But the charts, they kind of show, and if maybe charts do figure into a little bit of people's psychology, but it really is about the psychology of money. And the psychology of money is people are very emotional about it. And you can have the best fact pattern in the world, the best scenario going on possible, and if people are getting emotional about it and don't want to do it, they won't do it. You know, even right now, I think Bitcoin at 28,000 with only, you know, 21 million ever being mined and especially when it's been up to close to over 60,000, that Bitcoin is a steal right now. But because everybody is feeling so bad about it, it's gotten so emotional because it's down to 28,000. Nobody's going to take advantage of this because it's not a logical thing anymore. It's an emotional thing. And it's an emotional thing because people lost money and people are feeling bad about it. And so since they feel bad about it, they can't see the opportunity. So that's what's going on right now, is that everybody's becoming emotional about this thing. Let's see what somebody else has to say here. What about DAI? I don't know much about DAI, better than Tether, at least. I've never been a stablecoin person. I'm in cryptos, I don't want to tie a crypto to a USD or something like that. I like the growth stuff. I like the stuff that takes off like crazy. Or I like Bitcoin because I think it's just a unique thing. I mean, you got no country behind it. You got really no founders behind it. You know, and it's a third party, and it's kind of mysterious. Bitcoin's got Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows who he is or she is, and it's got some crazy stuff going on with it. I just love the kind of the mysteriousness about Bitcoin, and I love the story of Bitcoin, and I love the fact that Bitcoin is so widely accepted. I mean, here you got this payment system that doesn't have any ties or, you know, anything going on, no national, no country, no nothing. You know, it's completely independent. You can use it anytime. I mean, you transfer BTC to fiat to BTC. It's getting more and more easy to use all the time. And, you know, it's just, to me, it's one of the greatest payment systems in the world. It's the best money in the world. And the fact that it goes down on a day like today or yesterday doesn't make any difference to me. I'm still with it, but I've never really been into the stablecoin thing. So Tether was always a scam because they refused to be transparent. Yeah, you could whoever wants to leave comments about Tether or any of these others are great. I'd appreciate it because I'm not a big Tether fan or anything else. So anyway, came on just quickly. I was going to go out last night on my motorcycle, but one thing about San Diego is we don't get summer real quick here. Summer comes on slowly. So even like last night, um, if I was going to be on my motorcycle, I was going to have to be I was going to be a little bit cold. So I don't like cold weather. I hate cold weather. I cannot stand cold weather. In fact, to me, people think I'm crazy for saying this, but San Diego is cold for me. Um, I would never live in a cold climate. I grew up in a cold climate. I cannot stand cold climates. I just absolutely cannot stand a cold climate. If I don't see, there's two things I've got to see every day. I got to see a beach, and I got to see sunshine, and I got to see a temperature about above 70 degrees. If I don't see those three things, then I'm not happy. See somebody else left. Frax is holding. Okay, trying to read these without my glasses. Frax is holding. Excited about EOS. Invest on launch and holding. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think EOS will be fine. I don't think we have any problems with EOS. I think EOS running the Ethereum blockchain on EOS is probably one of the best ideas we have. I think it's going to work out very well because it's actually basically Ethereum 2.0. So I appreciate everybody watching. Like I say, just want to come on quickly. Don't have that many subscribers, but I just want to tell everybody, hold tight. I think the worst is behind us. I'm not saying the worst is behind us in the next 6 months to a year, but I'm saying the worst is behind us for this short term, because everything dropped quickly and it just can't keep on dropping faster, because eventually they'll liquidate enough counts that the price will start to come back a little bit. And that's what's going to happen. People will start to take advantage of the fact that it's dropped so fast that this is the time to buy. So I appreciate you watching. This is the time to buy. So if you have a little extra money,